Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Now we have our new deck profile. We have Chris here from the Night and Day qualifier.
Hi guys.
He took 22nd.
Yeah.
And so, what was the theme of your deck?
Well, I definitely like playing 10, so I felt that the uh, YRP deck that includes the new Yuna was like something that I really wanted to play. Unfortunately, her effect here is the reason why a whole bunch of people in the community thought this deck was the boogeyman, and I didn't place as well as I thought that I would. But it was easy to get the general. I think main line out, which was to get Goings out, make sure that you have your wall up, with Riku being the one that says Goings can't be chosen by abilities, and Pain saying that, and this is an old Pain too from like Opus 6, that says that your Goings can't be chosen by summons. This was really easy, but once you set up your line, because there wasn't any kind of like uh, search after that, I think it was hard for me to swing back with this deck profile.
So, in a
Um,
way, you were kind of you wanted to get your line out and get your protection for your
uh,
stuff, but then wanted to, because I know also, too, besides the going kind of theme,
yeah,
and the protection of the theme of Goins, you wanted to kind of crowd control.
yeah. And the thing is, like, the crowd control is definitely going to be coming in from like the Jack block. This is definitely an old tech, but Jack from Opus, what was this, 14? His S ability says, discard eject and like just stop a whole bunch of stuff. That's just why I also had him in the backup line, just to get more eject names. But every time I had played out eject after setting up my goings line, this was target number one because it was the only thing that could be targeted for a lot of answers. So I did want to play control, but what happened was anything that I placed out afterwards became the new target or target number one. So it was really hard to set up a board where I could start swinging back. Yeah.
And what kind of like, so of course, obviously you wanted to use the Yuna, and I know you and me faced each other in the third
Oh
round,
yeah. Yeah.
and you definitely wanted to get the monster out, to kind of help get that combo started.
Hmm.
With this one here, you see he has it in the pretty
Oh
style,
yeah. Every.
and I know, like, for me, my deck was pure target,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that just really helped your engine get going against me.
Right. Right. So
And,
like.
and any games that we've even, like, during your testing too, we've tested
Hmm.
together,
Yep.
and it's like that's kind of like your main target to use for you now.
Correct. Correct. Although Every would be a good target to spend with unit, correct? Because it is basically a dead card that just says you have an effect every turn. So it is very cheeky to be able to tap the monster as a payment for Yuna's ability. But again, once you get your searches out, I don't think that there really was anything else I could do if I hadn't already set up maybe a backup line a little bit faster so that I could get some of these bombs out. Yeah.
And as you're discussing backups,
Yeah.
what were kind of the main backups you wanted to get out?
Well, I did definitely prioritize Shinra because Shinra searches me the Yuna that I need to start the engine. Although throughout the bracket, I do think that I maybe was prioritizing the Goings line a little too heavy. Maybe it would have been better to maybe search a slower or a suboptimal like pathing. Maybe get like a Riku out first so that Yuna didn't have to worry too much about coming in, or even going for like a brother just to do a early game threat. But I didn't do that, so um, it was definitely an interesting learning event for
So,
going.
and then of course, besides the unit searching, you have any backups at search as well.
Yeah, definitely Shinra was the one that was a big searcher. We do also have Buddy, which can search me another backup, which would then bring me back to Shinra to still do the same thing, search for going Una. We did um, take the idea from the Japan version of this deck and had a Stiltskin here, kind of a one of to pull a Ritz just to get that extra damage if I was trying to get a Uniping to destroy something. And I think the other difference that I did change from the original placing goings, I added an extra Amats and an extra Jack just to get more of that Jack block consistent. But it, I don't think it worked out for me this time around.
Well,
Uh,
definitely, there was a lot of big competition. I know
oh,
going
for
throughout
sure,
it as
for
well,
sure.
but I know I'm actually going to push these over here so you can
Yeah,
see them a little bit better.
yeah,
But throw them all together so we can get to the summons. So
yeah,
I know you Tulaned me twice to stop
yeah.
my guys, which is a
hmm
pain. But why did you choose the Chocobo?
So what Chocobo was initially meant to do, it was meant to uh, put scenarios to where if I did have to block, if I didn't have one of the wall pieces in the goings up, where they were either still targeting or blocking, I could use Chocobo to declare an attack, declare a blocker, and then in response to that, get a Chocobo so that I could save my forwards and get a card off of it. So that's
Okay,
why the Chocobos
so
are.
kind of do that recursion, bounce recursion
Yes, yes,
back
yes,
onto the
yes,
field, and
for sure.
of course, get an additional card for more resources.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
then, of course, Amat, which
Yeah.
everybody loves and hates. It's a
Well,
love hate
this
relationship.
one for sure definitely is one of the things I was afraid of in bracket because it picks auto abilities and not goings. So just be aware, whoever's trying this deck out, just be aware that this is something that picks the auto ability to blow something up, not the going itself.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing your deck, but let's go ahead and get into your LB.
Oh yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
and what do we get for there?
Well, I'm definitely specced into water wind, so I did go with a basic package of Luna Freya to get cards in hand when I didn't have anything to play. Maybe a Leo here, when
Well,
in doubt.
as we say here in Vegas with Leo,
Yeah.
Leo, when in doubt, Leo out.
Yep.
Just to add that card to hand,
Definitely,
for a draw.
definitely. Yep. We also had ourselves the Titus just in case I was stuck in like a bind, but I ultimately didn't end up using it. Then we have the Emperor from Wind to you know, kind of sway away an opponent's ability to like search or at least um, have them pay attacks. Um, then the other two, I know that this one was another change from the original deck. This one makes it so that when he plays, Yuna's effect still goes off because with the original card, it was a water and a wind, so it qualifies as a water. So it actually didn't um, activate Yuna's abilities. That's why I put Furion in there, and of course, fire. Same thing, just to use Yuna's effect and also a 3K ping.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
so
thank you for your deck. I appreciate it. And, everyone, it gives you a good idea for goal wings, and let us know in the comments, how would you play yours? So thank you, everybody. Have a good one. And we'll see you guys next time.
take care, guys.